All right. I am talking with Gathering Time from three different locations on Long Island. And that was an exquisitely beautiful video and recording of Get Together. The first song I heard, your submission, was Turn, Turn, Turn by the Byrds. Also, just exquisite musicianship and harmonies. How long have you guys and gals, been at it as a group?
13, maybe. Stuart,
keep going. 15. It'll be 15 years come late May this year. That
years.
Since yeah.
Right.
We met by chance. Our former member had a steady gig at a they call it cruise night. It's a classic car rally in Oyster Bay,
kind of thing. Yeah, down the street from where I live and my day job was.
So you guys have picked some real classics from a real classic time period. I love those two songs particularly. Also, we have a little video of you guys doing the classic great song "The Wait" by the band. That happened right down the road here from Hudson, of course, in Woodstock, New York. You guys should head up this way when the world opens up again. You should come up to Woodstock, and there's lots of great venues up here, including, of course, Club Helsinki.
We would love to. I've been to Helsinki. I did the open mic there, and people had told me about it. I mean, people know about it down here on Long Island.
Yeah.
And I got to the open mic a few years ago, and it's exquisitely beautiful. I really loved the interior of the place, and I love old buildings that have been repurposed too.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we've overshot it. We've been at Cafe Lena up in Saratoga Springs.
Oh, sure, sure.
And we've done some community concerts in other places around the Hudson Valley. But yeah, we'd love to get up there. Absolutely.
Well, we obviously are working towards getting open again. It's been torturous, and we're not there yet. We are focusing now on trying to get some wedding commitments, figure out how to do that legally and safely. But when we get the open mic going again, we will reach out to you guys. Make sure you come on up. So what is your, do you guys have particular musical interests in that time period, particularly those late 60s, early 70s classic tunes, or do you cover different kinds of material? Or?
All of us individually are into a whole bunch of different types of music. But the 60s and 70s folk rock was something we discovered we all had in common.
Yeah.
And we loved harmonizing.
Yeah.
And it was sort of funny. We had that original member that I mentioned. He decided to go off on his own around late 2012, and then Jerry, who I'd known for years before, stepped in perfectly. So I'm personally, well, Hillary and I both love Queen.
Oh yeah.
I love sea shanties. You might tell from the tall ship behind me.
All right. Yeah.
Hillary loves Prince. But we
get to that.
Yeah, sorry. We found common ground in 60s and 70s folk rock, and we have 4 albums out previously of mostly originals, but they were all influenced in one way or another by the 60s folk rock and English electric folk movements also. And this latest album, we just decided to pay tribute to the bands that influenced us.
Yeah, well, you guys absolutely nailed it. So we have a video clip of a performance on Long Island of you guys doing some beautiful harmony stuff on the great song "The Wait." I'm gonna play that.
Looked into Nazareth, was feeling about half past dead. Just need to find a place where I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned and shook his head. knows all he said. Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free, take a load off Fanny, and you put the load right on me.
One of my favorite songs from that time. So I'm thinking we're all maybe around the same age. I don't want to make any assumptions. Some of us older than others. I'm coming up on 65.
A little ahead of me.
Yeah, we're a little younger.
Yeah. Okay.
Not that much younger.
I'm sorry. Say again.
I'm the youngest of the bunch, but I'm not going to say how old because I don't want to expose how old they are.
All right.
Jerry's the oldest.
I'll be
But you've only got a year on me, so
But he looks the coolest.
I know.
I had the good fortune to grow up with older brothers and a sister, so I heard all that stuff firsthand, and that's where I learned to love to read album covers and
Oh yeah.
and see, wow, this guy Robbie Robertson, he was also on the John Hammond Jr. albums and stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, but
Yeah.
I love his solo stuff from later. I love the more recent stuff. Well, more recent's probably 10 years old by now, but
Yeah, Robbie Robertson, something else for sure. Yeah, he's done a lot of great material recently. He's, I guess he's half Jewish and half Native American, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Canadian, yeah, Native Canadian American. So, when do you guys have any gigs on the horizon? Anything that's not virtual in nature?
Yes, actually. In May, they start to kick in.
Excellent.
May 29th, we're doing an outdoor show. There's a similar sized venue to Helsinki here on Long Island in Port Washington called Landmark on Main Street.
Mhm.
They also book, touring acts, 300-400 seats, I think, but they're doing an outdoor series in the summer.
Excellent.
So we're going to be doing that.
Excellent.
And let's see, we've got a streaming show also, I think a couple of weeks before that. And hoping...
is it only days?
Maybe.
The one Jerry just,
Oh,
that one, isn't that the 27th?
yes,
Do they stream that live, or do they tape that
live.
live? Okay. We'll have to put that on the website when I
That's right.
get.
Yeah, it's sort of a new world now, right? All this virtual, it's just wild. It's wild.
It's given me the chance. I've done a lot of Zoom open song circles, kind of like virtual open mics or jams. And it's given me the chance to get to know people and folk clubs, organizations far and wide. I mean, there's one from Jerusalem every Sunday. There's sea shanty sings from New England. There's one Tuesday nights from my hometown of Rochester. I'm going to be doing a sea shanty workshop for them online this Thursday. So if there's a silver lining, it's the chance to realize what virtual communications can do.
Yeah, I'm hip to that. I mean, a good night, a very crowded night at Club Helsinki Open Mic would see 100 people in the room. We get between 3,000 and 5,000 views a week on our virtual open mic.
Wow.
Oh.
We have new friends. We got this guy, Steve Andesaw. I don't know how much you've been watching the show, but Steve, I don't know where he found us, but he found us. He's from Birmingham, England, and he's this sort of eccentric guy who lives with a rabbit and does all sorts of really clever, funny. He does sea shanties also, among other things.
Wait,
But he plays the saw.
Lives with a rabbit. Is this when I display my cat?
Oh yeah.
Keep that away from the rabbit.
Yeah, well, we have very animal-friendly sort of concept. My co-host Ryder, there's our engineer is holding up his kitty at the moment.
There we go.
My co-host Ryder is she's many things, and I say that with all the love, but she's an acrobat and a singer-songwriter, but she's also an animal rights activist, and she wears a taxidermied mountain sheep on her back named Hazel.
Wow.
I remember that from when I was up there.
Well, that would be hard to forget.
Yes.
It is, and especially when she does the trapeze and all the rest of it. But so anyway,
All right, that's it. I got to get up there.
You do. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining us for this chat, and hope to see you guys in person, and look forward to playing some more of your videos on the show.
I sure hope so. That'll be great. Thanks so much, Cameron and Randall.
You bet. Gathering time, everybody, coming to us from Long Island. Bye-bye.